Welcome back, everyone, to the third installment of the Men's Water Polo Ram Roundup. I'm Tommy Aldrich for WFUV Sports. Alongside me is head coach Bill Harris. And, Coach, last Wednesday was a tough loss to rival Iona in overtime. However, that was on Wednesday. And tomorrow, you look forward to traveling to Brooklyn to playing St. Francis. When you look at that team, what are some things that stand out to you?
Well, it certainly is an experienced team. St. Francis has gone the way of recruiting European players from Serbia, Hungary, from different countries in Europe, and that's kind of the national pastime in some of these areas. So we're playing against veteran players. Some of them, when they're arriving at St. Francis, could be 20, 21, 22 years of age. So we're giving away some size and weight, but the real challenge for us is that it's a smaller size pool. It's not particularly deep at one end, and it's going to be a real challenge to play against St. Francis in those conditions.
So that's interesting. You're playing in a pool with different dimensions. Is there anything in practice that you do to try and recreate the scenario live?
Yeah, indeed. We try to simulate it as much as possible, but you never really get the feeling of being at St. Francis when you're in our pool. We are a regulation pool, plenty of space and width. Their pool is a couple of lanes less wide and just a little shorter. We're 25 meters, they're 25 years. So it becomes a real shooting gallery. You know, it'd be like playing a basketball game on a shorter field.
Yeah, well, you know, some wanted to increase the size of that basketball court. Coach, thank you very much, and good luck tomorrow.
All right, thanks a lot, Tony.
Joining me is senior co-captain Bobby Wurtz. Bobby, let's take it back a week and a half to the California trip. There you made 2 cross-country flights, played 6 games in 3 days. How grueling of a trip was that for you and as well as your team?
I know personally I've never felt more exhausted than I did the last 2 or 3 days of that trip. Every stroke was a battle. Every stroke hurt, but you just got to grind it out one play at a time.
And you may have been a little tired, Bobby, but it didn't stop you from earning Northern Division Player of the Week honors. What does it mean for you to get that award?
It means a lot. I mean, we show up and everyone works hard every day, but to be individually recognized is always nice. It's always a nice touch.
It was last Wednesday that you guys suffered a tough overtime defeat to rival Iona in front of a packed house, a raucous environment. Teams can respond to that in 2 different ways. You could look at it as motivation upcoming, or you could sort of let it get you down a little bit. How is your team reacting to this loss?
Oh, it definitely had us down right away. I mean, right after the game, everyone was sad, everyone's upset. But then, you just have to rebound. We showed up to practice the next day. Everyone was working hard. Everyone was getting ready for St. Francis, and we've just been trying to get ready for St. Francis ever since.
And as you do look on to traveling to Brooklyn tomorrow to play St. Francis, as you look at that team, is there anything that stands out to you? Played them last year. Is there anything you can remember about those guys that you want to work towards?
St. Francis has a lot of foreign players, a lot of Serbians, a lot of Croatians. They're always great outside shooters. We've really got to be up on our defense there, going out at shooters hard. Other than that, we just have to play hard like we always do and just let the game play out.
So a strong Balkan presence in the water polo pool, never a good sign. Bobby, thank you very much. That'll do it for another edition of the Men's Water Polo Ram Roundup. Special thanks to head coach Bill Harris and co-captain Bobby Wurtz for being on with us. It's a reminder that tomorrow at 7:30 in Brooklyn versus St. Francis for this team. You can catch it live on necfrontrow.com if you can't make it to Brooklyn. For WFUV Sports, I'm Tommy Aldrich. We'll catch you next week.